Here. Thanks for tuning in. Just wanted to do this quick video about GameStop. You've probably seen in the news recently that they've laid off a lot of employees, including a lot of staff of Game Informer magazine. They're going to close a bunch of stores, and in general, they've just been suffering. Their stock shares are down to about $5 or $6 per share, down from $46 per share back in 2015. There's a lot of reasons for this. Amazon, just online sales in general. The move away from physical media to digital media, and they just haven't been adapting with the times, maybe like Blockbuster. And so, but they are trying, and they are putting in some new initiatives in place, and they just recently announced 4 new initiatives that they're going to do with their stores coming up. And like I said, they're closing a bunch of stores, but they're trying to streamline their business. And what they've recently posted, what they've announced is they're optimizing the core. Now, what this says is they're going to optimize the core business by improving efficiency and effectiveness across the organization, including cost restructuring, inventory management optimization, adding and growing high-margin product categories, and rationalizing the global store base. Now, to me, that's just corporate speak for closing down some stores, looking at the stores that are doing well, the ones that aren't doing well, closing the ones that are underperforming, looking at their products and just kind of reshuffling things, seeing what's selling, what's not selling, restructuring, inventory management optimization, just looking at the way they process materials, the way they shipping, everything. When a business is suffering like this, they look at every single thing, all the way from, corporate, the top, the president, all the way down to, the warehouse workers and that kind of thing. They just look at ways to save money, to restructure, to streamline, and all that kind of thing. That's optimizing the core, I believe, in this case. A lot of corporate speak there. Next, become the social/cultural hub for gaming. Now, a lot of comic book stores have done this in recent years, where they have places in the store where you can sit around and maybe read the comics. You can hang out with your friends. You can play some role-playing games and that kind of thing. And a lot of these days, retail, for a lot of places, it's no longer enough just to have the stuff on shelves to come in and buy, because you can just sit in your house and do that. So a lot of businesses, especially hobby-related businesses, they're setting up places in the store where you can hang out and, interact with the products that you're selling, try before you buy, that kind of thing, and, just have a social gathering. Next up is build digital platform. Build compelling digital capabilities, including the recent relaunch of GameStop.com, to reach customers more broadly across the omni-channel platform and give them the full spectrum of content and access to products they desire. That just sounds like having a better online presence, maybe a better way to order things from, direct from GameStop, restructuring their website just to be more user-friendly and that kind of thing. And just use the internet and their website better, more efficiently, and that kind of thing. Next, transform vendor partnerships. Transform our vendor and partner relationships to unlock additional high-margin revenue streams and optimize the lifetime value of every customer. Now, that just sounds like maybe more targeted advertising, more research into what customers want, what customers are buying. All of this it just sounds like they're restructuring from head to toe their stores across the board. Closing stores, streamlining stores, redesigning the stores inside to make them more fun places to go, a place to go and hang out, not just to go buy something and then go home. It is now 2:56 a.m. For some reason, I just had it in my mind I wanted to do a video tonight. Maybe a little insomnia. I just had a glass of milk and a piece of pecan pie. Maybe that's energized me a little bit. But regardless, I just wanted to talk about GameStop a little bit. I've been a GameStop customer for a very long time, way back into the 90s. Before it was GameStop, when it was Funcoland, I used to love going in there. And I still enjoy shopping at GameStop. And I still enjoy reading Game Informer magazine. GameStop is a really good place to go and buy used games. In particular, the older stuff that people aren't as interested in much anymore. Just some, games that are 2 or 3 years old, and a lot of stuff. Once it's been out for a couple of years, they drastically reduced the price. You know, $2, $3, $4 a piece, $5 for used games. And if you can, you know, you get a look through and you find a disc that's in mint condition, you know, nice box, nice manual. Well, a lot of games don't have manuals anymore, but you know what I mean. You know, just a nice complete copy. You can get a lot of good stuff at GameStop, you know, if you look around. And I pop in there still once every 2 weeks or so, maybe once a month, you know, just to check it out. Maybe buy a game for my son's PlayStation 4, maybe buy a Switch title or something, or even, you know, something for, they've still got, you know, some Wii and Wii U stuff in there. Now, in the old days, GameStop/FuncoLand, they would keep systems around and games around for a long time after those systems went off the market. They carried games for years and years. I remember well into the 2000s buying NES stuff, Genesis games, Super Nintendo games, at least the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. And I was still buying a lot of that stuff. And they didn't differentiate, and they still don't, the price between, you know, disc only or cartridge only and complete in box. And so I remember buying, I got Gunstar Heroes complete in the box for $2.99 when nobody really cared about that game too much. Now it's obviously a cult classic, a hardcore shooter that everybody wants, goes for quite a bit. A lot of games like that. I bought Truxton for probably about $5 at GameStop, complete in the box. Another killer Genesis shooter. On and on and on. Conker's Bad Fur Day for $9.99. They had a whole stack of those. I bought one. Anyway, throughout the years, I've found a lot of great deals at FuncoLand and GameStop, and I really hope they, you know, continue into the future. And you know, maybe who knows? Maybe I'll go in there and, you know, hang out and play some games. Maybe they'll have tournaments. I know it's going to be moving forward. It's going to be a more interactive store, a more social store with more social setting. But anyway, we'll see what happens moving forward. Maybe their online system will be better. Maybe their employees will be better trained to not buy repros. You know, they'll be better trained to, you know, buy and sell retro games. We'll see what happens. I'd love to see a dedicated retro section in GameStop stores and maybe sell some homebrews, some limited run games, and that kind of thing. Anyway, what would you like to see from GameStop moving forward? Do you think they're going to survive? If you don't think they're going to survive, put in the comments how long you think they'll survive. And if you do think they'll survive, what do you think they're going to do forward to make that happen? Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Like, it's almost 3 o'clock, so I probably should go to bed. But thanks for watching this video. Peace out.